Hi, it's me, Dora here, and today I am going to read the lore and the story of Night Banquet because this is the first suit I got for Baby's first Hell event, and this is actually, well, it was Dora's first Hell. For Dora V, it was the first known Hell event. For Sarah, this is the first Hell event. Okay, so, so why not read this one first? As you can see, the background is spiral staircase, and so let's begin. Reid has never been afraid of darkness or solitary confinement. He enjoys the silence and sound of heartbeats. Really? He also likes to take long drives off of short piers, and crashes into Alka-Seltzer. Okay. Next. It's a nightmare for years. A shadow down a mountain road and a gunshot from the remote, bright place. Okay. Yes. I don't blame him for being a bit cautious. Reid watches as those silly and phony people are driven crazy by greed. Yeah. Figures. So it seems like he's pretty critical of his own class, which is fine. So anyway, Reid looks at the city below in its evening glamour. People who carouse in it think the revelry will never end. Okay. And it's not a wise way to think, but whatever. Then, the night under the lights reeks of decadence. Roses and thorns bloom silently in this absurd grandiosity. And human weaknesses often derive from the inability to control desires, but those who are strong control their desires. I wish things were that black and white, but they're not. I guess, they're not off on that, but it's kind of oversimplifying. And one thing to keep in mind, though, is that just because someone is weak doesn't mean they're not dangerous. Just thought I should point that out. So anyway, next up, I gotta get well, let me show you. This one should be, here we go. People in glamorous attire propose toast and clink glasses with a smile. Everyone wears the same mask as Reid. Yeah, and Reid was the same person who said that if you wear a mask long enough, you become it. Yeah. Something like that, the mask wears you. Yeah, a bunch of fakes, huh? See, the neon lights on the other side are vibrant, but in Reid's eyes, they are fake. So neon lights are fake now? Okay. Reid knows that he needs to be vigilant, even in the dark, because an open wound can turn into a fatal weakness. Yeah, he's got that right. See here. In the deep dream, he once again hears the voice he hates and envies calling his name gently. What is that, the voices in his head? Who can it be now? This... Yeah, I've seen this one. Okay. The subtle stimulation alcohol brings when it grazes the tip of the tongue is alluring. It depends on the alcohol. Some of it's too damn bitter. Behind brilliant facades lie fatal dangers. Weaklings fall prey to seduction, but Reid chooses to control it. Again, oversimplifying, but anyway, next. Only by deconstructing yourself can you gain great inner strength. Reid has known this since he was small. That sounds... Actually, that's true. Just ask anyone who's been in therapy. Anyway, yeah, I got this one. And this one, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, yeah, that's it for Night Banquet. So now on to the story. But before that, how are we doing here? That is awful. We'll have to change that suit. Dora is on top because, yes, she is being held aloft by bears with pom-poms. Amazing. How you doing, Proyas? But Dora's pretty satisfactory. Sarah is not, and oh, Jesus, poor Proyas. He definitely isn't either. Yuck. So it's really only important on like Friday and Monday. Anyway, Let's head to the stories now. Where are we going? Here we go. Story suit. In case of Sarah, she is almost done with this one. Just started this one, but won't finish it this time around. Definitely not. Has completed this though, but I'll get to it. Now, it's pretty, but not here yet. Stop being jealous. And here we go. This is... Oh, it's not available in the game, and that sucks. But anyway, this is what she looks like from afar, and it's a really nice suit. I use it for cups. So we turn. Where's the story? Oh, we've seen the suit. Here we go. So, I've never actually seen this before, so this is a first. The boy sprints down the desolate mountain road like crazy. He doesn't know where he's going, but he knows he can't stop. Behind him looms a menacing billow of black fog. Oh, I guess somebody farted big time. Must have been Mexican night. Anyway, the boy trips and falls. He wipes his tears away, gets up, and continues moving his legs forward. The scene changes, spins, and from the black fog reaches out a strong arm full of scars. Is that guts? Oh no. With a slight push, he fell from the rough mountain road to a dark, filthy warehouse. Oh, he's kidnapped. A gun is pointing at his head. Its pitch-dark muzzle is like an abyss. The moment blood was spilled, the boy lost his ability to speak, and crimson liquid slowly spreads over the ground. The man who shielded him from the bullet turns his head slowly, with a familiar, smiling face. Brother. The boy touches his body with his fingertips. The body is still warm, but he won't be able to smile at him anymore like he has always done with loving kindness. Mr. Reid! Oh my god, so his brother was shot trying to protect... Oh, Jesus. I did not know this. Was that a dream? Like, oh, that's awful. Well, anyway, Reid opens his eyes. The hand waked him up belongs to his family lawyer. Seeing that he has woken up, the lawyer steps back respectfully. President Rove wants to see you. Okay. The white sterile hallway is permeated with the smell of sanitizer. By the end of it is the only intensive care unit on this floor. Okay. In the room full of advanced medical equipment and vigilant security guards lies Mercury's president, his father. Despite his high social status, tremendous wealth, and imposing power, what this dying old man can finally reach is but this bed. Father, you've come. The old man's voice is so weak and hoarse that it can barely be heard. However, the dignified air can still be seen on his face in the last moments of his life. He's making decisions decisively. I, Rove Mercury, officially transfer my leadership as the chairman of the group to my son, Reid Mercury. Work hard and extend the glory of our family. His speech is discontinuous due to the cardiopulmonary organ failure. Whoa, this guy is... So I guess he has heart failure, but he manages to speak it clearly and turns to look at his lawyer. The family lawyer bows with his hand over his heart. Reid holds the old man's withered hand with care and replies solemnly. Anyway, and this, for those of you who don't know, this is like a live reading, so anyway. I will not disappoint you. The old man's glassy eyes flash briefly. At this moment, the toughness he maintained his whole life seems to have a cracking, revealing the yearning and pain hidden inside. So alike, you and him. The voice answers with tenderness. If brother was still alive, I would be his right hand, and we would uphold the glory of the family together. Oh. And if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass. But anyway... Pity, the old man's fingertip moves. In his last moment, he gazes at his son's face, and in the vague vision, he seems to see a dead person. What is this, the Sixth Sense? Like, I see dead people? Anyway. As the old man's eyes shut, the heart rate monitor's rhythmic sound ceases. The room falls into a deathly silence. I like some time with my father alone. Quietly, the lawyer leaves. What's left in the room are a living, a dead, and a haunting soul. There's a ghost in my head, I guess. Sitting on the chair with his back to the bed, Reid looks down at the city quietly. However, on the French window before a somewhat familiar shadow gradually appears. The person gazes at Reid with sadness and shakes his head slowly. Lit by an unknown rage, Reid stares into the face that has not changed for more than 10 years. He was quiet and he was young and weak, terrified to remove the mask of kindness. He fears he would be discarded when his image is broken, and as he has grown up, he finds out that the face on the window is just like his. Okay. He looks at agitated Reid with the unchanging loving kindness, but it's but a shadow on the mirror, but the emotion in his eyes are real. That only makes Reid get more and more restless. He lets out a bestial roar and punches the mirror. Ooh, someone doesn't like himself very much. Countless sad shadows and countless glass fragments. They all reach out for Reid like countless warm embraces. Blood drips down onto the ground from his fingertips. Suddenly, Reid regains himself. He straightens his suit, and across the ground littered with fragments, leaves. There's nothing behind to worry about now. I guess not. Okay. Yes. Well. Yeah, okay. I do feel like it definitely, it has problems. I guess they all do. I think Grey Raven's probably only one that's like just plain doesn't care about anything, like, ever. But yeah, Reid sounds like definitely upset by his father's death, like more than he'll ever admit, but clearly has issues, and he might be blaming himself for his brother's death, and that's kind of like, don't do that. But anyway, I think that'll do. There's nothing more I can say. So next up is Jealous Phantom later on. Goodbye.